Hey, what is up, everybody? I am here to give you my review for the WWE Tribute to the Troop Show 2014 that happened tonight. Just actually got off the air a minute ago. Um, it wasn't bad. I mean, it's not only meant to be like a show that advances the storylines or anything. It's just a feel-good show where pretty much, if you're pretty much a face, all the faces go over. I will, however, say that it was better than last year's Tribute to the Troops due to the fact that I forgot it was on last year. They even hyped it up really last year. So when I went to go watch it, it was boring, so I just turned it off. I mean, it was way better, though, this year. Um, yeah, it was good stuff. I know, and it was taped I think last week, so a lot of it was just taped, so it was taped. I guess I'm not going to complain about that. I wish it was kind of live, but it's not, so I'm not really going to complain about that. So let me just pull up my card. I have to put the code on my phone now, so if I screw it up, it takes a little bit longer for me to put it in. So we have JBL and Michael Cole on commentary. Jerry the King Lawler took a early Christmas vacation. I'm not really going to complain about that. And before I mention this, I was on the website watching some of the WWE superstars visit the troops. Hulk Hogan went there, Stardust, Paige, Alicia Fox, John Cena, the Bella Twins, Nikki and Brie. Who else was there? Dean Ambrose, I think saw there. Just all the superstars pretty much were just visiting the troops, and then it showed like a tribute to the troops video packages talking about how they're thankful for what the troops did, and shows people visiting like John Cena, Rey Mysterio, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Mark Henry, Big Show, all of them, JBL, and it just shows everybody saying thank you, and I thought that was good stuff. And you're going to see more of this later on. And then Hulk Hogan comes out. He cuts a promo, thanks the troops, talk about how strong they are fighting in the army. And then The Miz and Damien Mizdow comes out, and The Miz says that since he was in the Marine 3, he was happy to be the American, play like a troop. And then he played this role so well that he did it for all of them, and they appreciate for him. I mean, Damien Mizdow is mimicking The Miz as he's saying this, and then John Cena comes out and says that he's just fooling himself. You're living in a fantasy world. You pretty much suck. And The Miz is like, I beat you at WrestleMania in the main event, and you're just jealous of me. And at the end, you're also jealous that I played the American troop hero better than you did, because Cena was in the first Marine, The Miz was in the second one. And then John Cena punches Miz and throws him over the top rope, and then the stunt double mimics it by just selling like punches when nobody's punching him, and then he goes over the top rope, and that was that. So I thought that was some pretty good stuff. I actually thought it was going to lead to a John Cena Miz match, but it didn't. What happens was Seth Rollins and J&J Security, which is Jamie Noble and Joey Mercury, come out, and Kane, and then Luke Harper and Big Show come out, and they all try to attack Cena and Hogan. J&J Security go after Hogan, and everybody else just goes after Cena. And the Intercontinental Champion Dolph Ziggler, Ryback, Ryback and Eric Rowan come out, make the save, and all the superstars, including Hogan, just dump out Big Show out of the ring, and it gets turned into an 8-man tag team match, which I will cover later on in the night. And I thought it was pretty good stuff. And then Angelina Jolie thanks the troops. A bunch of celebrities do that. I don't pay attention to celebrities that much, so I think I've heard the name before, but, and then we get Golden Stardust versus Jimmy and Jay, the Usos. This wasn't a bad match. They've definitely had better matches. Both Usos dive on Golden Stardust, and they do the typical dive, and it seems like one of them got hurt. I don't know if he was just showing a shoulder injury. He actually got hurt, but he seemed fine afterwards. It was just kind of, after the match was over, it was just kind of strange. and Golden Stardust dominate Jake Uso for a while, and then Jimmy J gets the hot tag, and both Usos kick Goldust, and then they kick Stardust, and they hit a double, and they both hit splashes on Golden Stardust, and Jimmy J Uso cover Stardust for the win. So it was a fine tag team match. I actually enjoyed it. And then Lester Holt thanks the troops, if you know who he is. And then the cast of The Voice thanks the troops. The only one I really know is Demi Lovato, and she doesn't look like anything from when I saw her before. I don't really watch The Voice just because I don't really like to watch people just get up there and sing and stuff like that. I'm just not. I know I could say, oh, it's concerts, but I'm not really. It just doesn't interest me. And then they have Florida Georgia Line perform, and they performed. What was the name of the song? I think it was All Legal or something like that. No Rules. It was a song like that. I forget the name. And one of them was wearing a Macho Man Randy Savage T-shirt. And they got awesome pyro. Maybe too much pyro. But it was fine. They come back out. I'm just going to say this now. They come back out later and perform Cruise. This was weird. Like, I mean, I like the songs they were performing, don't get me wrong, but why wouldn't you perform the song that, was actually on This Is How We Roll? I mean, this was like the theme song of the Tribute to the Troop Show. Why not perform that song? But no, that's not what happened. I was kind of mad about that, but everything was okay. And then Tom Mirko thanks the troops. And then we get a Divas Santa's Little Helper Battle Royal. And we had all the Divas in there. This was dumb. I hated this. I'm not even a huge fan of the Diva Battle Royals. I mean, it's stupid that they have to get eliminated by going through the ropes. Why can't they go over the top ropes? I mean, I don't know. It's just kind of a sexist kind of thing. Where do I begin with this? This was just bad. I think this should have just been a tag match or something. But Emma, actually lifts up Rosa Mendez, attire, and then Rosa Mendez takes Emma's hat off, and she goes to pick it up, and that distracts her, and then she gets eliminated. Emma and Summer Rae are having a dance off, and all the Divas just stop to watch this, and then they all just gain up on both of them and eliminate them. That was dumb. Cameron was looking in the mirror during the match, and Naomi takes it, and then when she points it at her, she was hypnotized by it, and then she got eliminated. The Bella Twins, the only real elimination was when they eliminated Alicia Fox. And then Paige just goes right through the ropes, and it's don't eliminate me, and holds out a mistletoe and wants that, puts it overhead so she can get kissed, and then they both just eliminate her. I don't know why she would do that. She pretty much just cost herself the match. And then Natalya's in the ropes, and Brie Bella gets eliminated when she misses a drop kick, and then Naomi eliminates Nikki Bella, and then Natalya just stays in between the ropes, doesn't try to get back in the ring or anything. So then that causes Naomi to get her eliminated. That was just all dumb. I don't know why Natalya wouldn't just try to get back in the ring if you're in a precarious situation, but yeah, Naomi wins. I guess it makes sense because she's getting the most push out of everyone right now because she's in a big storyline with the Miz, Damian Mizdow, and the Usos. Because one of the Usos is her husband, and she's in that storyline, so it makes sense that she would win. But it was just, this match was bad. This was probably the worst match on the show. And then earlier it shows another Tribute to Troops highlight video package with all of them learning how to use the tank. I think we saw the same people. And then Sergeant Slaughter's backstage, and he gets people pumped up to see the boot camp match between Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt. And then Catherine, I don't know how to say this, Hagee, I don't think I spelled it right, but she thanks the troops. A lot of this, it's another celebrity. And then we get Bray Wyatt versus Dean Ambrose in the boot camp match, and Sergeant Slaughter was the special guest ring announcer. I thought this was an awesome match. This should have been the main event. I don't know why it wasn't the main event. I mean, I think I get why it wasn't the main event, but being, just, I think that should have been the main event. This was great. The boot camp match is pretty much just like a no holds barred match. No countouts, no disqualifications. It just has a special stip, and they camouflage the ring post. They have like a backpack, which Dean Ambrose used on Bray Wyatt, which I guess something that has to be really hard because it really hurt Bray Wyatt. And then he hits the drop kick. Dean Ambrose hits a bulldog and then a suicide dive on the Bray Wyatt. He throws in a bunch of chairs, and he's going to use them on Bray Wyatt, but Bray Wyatt just hits Dean Ambrose with the kendo stick, and this was awesome. He just keeps hitting him with it. Dean Ambrose goes, just Bray Wyatt continues, and then Dean Ambrose just starts beating the crap out of Bray Wyatt with the kendo stick. He hits a Russian leg sweep with the kendo stick, and then he goes to bring in a table, and Bray Wyatt does his exorcism walk, gets up, and does like a standing rock bottom through the table onto Dean Ambrose, and he doesn't get the pinfall after that. And then Dean Ambrose brings in another table, and Sergeant Slaughter gets in Sergeant Slaughter's face, and then Sergeant Slaughter talks taking his boot off, and Dean Ambrose, and he was distracting Bray Wyatt too, and Dean Ambrose tries to roll up Bray Wyatt for the win, but he kicks out, and then Dean Ambrose does like his big clothesline move, and then Sergeant Slaughter hands him the boot. It's like a steel toe boot too, and Dean Ambrose hits Bray Wyatt with it, and then he goes off the top turnbuckle and does an elbow through the table on the Bray Wyatt and gets the win. So now they both have one victory apiece. I don't really know what the third match is going to be. I like to see them have a 3 stages of hell match. You do first the match can be a last man standing match. The second match can be a cage match, and the third match can be an ambulance match. Why not, right? Do it. You should do it. I wouldn't complain if that happened. That'd be awesome. And then Cameron Diaz and Jamie Foxx thank the troops. They're on, they're going to be on the Annie movie. I mean, they've been in other stuff, but that's the way I know them. And then the Kardashian sisters thank the troops. I'm not a huge fan of them. I heard bad things about them, and now that I just saw them, every one of those bad things is true. And then Rusev and Lana cut a promo. I actually wasn't expecting them to be on the show because this is like an American troop crowd, and I would think they would want to keep them away from this just because they're pro-Russia, but no, they were here. And they're just talking about pretty much how great Russia is and how dumb America is. And she asked like someone to come out and defend the United States of America, and Daniel Bryan comes out. Actually, in the video package it did show Daniel Bryan, so I think if they didn't show that, it wouldn't have been surprised. But nope, they decided to spoil it on me. And he says that everybody, no matter what their size are, is willing to stand up and fight for their country and never give up. And Rusev and Lana want Daniel Bryan to come down and fight them. And Daniel Bryan agrees to fight, but then he mentions like that anybody can come from anywhere over the walls, and then 2 shoulders come up and surround the ring, and then some of them come up from the rafters, which I'm surprised they did that after what's happened, with the Owen Hart situation. And then Daniel Bryan goes to fight them, but Rusev backs down. And then in Florida Georgia Line, and then the Today Show thanks the troops, and then Larry the Cable Guy thanks the troops. Let me get a Higher Heroes USA video package if you've seen it. You know what it's about. And Dolph Ziggler was like the main focus there. And then we get Seth Rollins, Big Show, Kane, and Luke Harper with J&J Security versus Ryback, Dolph Ziggler, Eric Rowan, and John Cena. We got a "We Want Cena" chant, which isn't very often. Like, no one, I guess this is like since it's the troops, it makes sense, but no one usually chants "We Want Cena." It's normally, let's go Cena. Cena sucks, pretty much how it is. Match was okay. Like I said, I think the only reason it was in the main event was because John Cena was in it. What happens? Pretty much the heels just dominate Ziggler the whole match. Cena gets the hot tag, and Big Show actually stayed on the apron much of this match. Maybe something was wrong with him, but when people would come in, he stayed on the apron. I don't know why, but he did. And I don't know if he was hurt. I mean, he couldn't be hurt because, I don't know, it was just weird. So everyone's just fighting. Big Show chokeslams Ryback and Ziggler super kicks Big Show, and Cena gets the AA, which they acted like never happened before when it's happened like 3,000 times. And then he hits the AA on Harper for the win, and then Hulk Hogan comes out with the American flag, and it's all like a big baby face moment. And that was it. So the Tribute to the Troops show isn't meant to be like a good wrestling show. It's just to send the troops home happy. So I can't really trash the show too much. I will say it was better than last year's. Like, last year's was just bad. I just can't, it was better than last year's. Like, yeah, match of the night was Dean Ambrose, Bray Wyatt, but, yeah, it was good stuff. And I guess the 8-man tag team match wasn't too bad. The tag team match wasn't too bad. And it was nice. It was, like I said, it's not meant to be a great wrestling show or a great show to advance storylines. It's just meant to, send the troops home happy. And I actually did enjoy the show for some things. It was nice, I guess, to see Florida Georgia Line. The weirdest thing was some of the fans, when they came out the second time, were like on the stage. That's never happened. I mean the security, I didn't even see any security like in front of them, so you'd think they would do that, but no, they were just right in front of them. I don't know why, but it was just so weird. But that's it. Like I said, the Florida Georgia Line should have performed the This Is How We Roll song, since that was like the song of the Tribute to the Troops show, but they didn't. And they got way too much pyro, I think. There was one point when they got pyro where we couldn't even see them. I actually thought they would have died right there. But that's pretty much it. That's Tribute to the Troops. It was actually pretty good. Better than last year's. Yeah, I can't. The only storyline that was advanced was Dean Ambrose, Bray Wyatt, but that's pretty much it, guys. If you want to check out my other Tribute to the Troops show, I reviewed the Tribute to the Troops from 2012. So from 2 years ago, but if you want to see that, then yeah, you can go see that. But that's pretty much it, guys. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and subscribe, do all the stuff down below. And that's pretty much it, guys. See you later.